Hi everyone, it's Charlotte here and welcome back to my channel. For today's video I'm going to be doing something a little bit different but something very requested, and that's going to be, if you can't guess already from the array of plants next to me, it's going to be my favourite house and indoor plants that will survive. So this has definitely been trial and error with me. I've had a lot of plants die along the way, so let's pay tribute to those. Some of my favourite plants have died. So right next to me I have a bunch of plants that have survived along the way, and I've had them for around 5 months I think, and I'll tell you some tips on how to keep them alive, and we're just going to get started. So my first plant right here is one of my all-time favourites, and this is a happy plant. I have a massive version over there. I've had the big one for about 6 months since January and it's been doing great. Doesn't even need that much water, to be honest. I forget to water my plants all the time, and this one right here I've also had for 6 months and I love it to death. I do recommend pots that have drainage. This one does not, but if you could drill holes in the bottom that would be great. I kind of forgot to. So yeah, this plant looks awesome. I have it on my desk. You've probably seen it in the corner of every video of mine and I absolutely love it. It takes pretty much no work. This one does not require very much sunlight at all. My room does not get very much sun because my outside area next to my room is shaded by trees. So this one does pretty well. Just leave it on my desk next to my window. Great, to be honest. It does great, and I just give a little bit of water every 2 weeks or when I remember. And yeah, this one is definitely one that will survive wherever you live pretty much, because I know in winter in Melbourne it gets pretty dark outside, and now that it is winter my plants aren't getting a lot of sun. So yeah, this one should survive wherever, and I got this one from IKEA and it was $10. Next I have another plant I got from IKEA. This is a Parlour or a Parlour palm, and it's a palm tree and it's so cute. I love it. It feels very, I don't know, it just feels like, it just looks nice to me. It kind of reminds me of like bamboo for some reason. Who even knows? It reminds me of pandas, to be honest. This one was $10 from IKEA as well. It has done so well in my room. It did start to droop a bit last week because I did forget to water it. So I gave it a little bit of water, not too much. Again, this one does not have drainage, which does suck. But it bounced right back up, and you'll notice, I have a new one growing. I didn't even see that. You will notice when it does need water, it will start to spread and the leaves will start to droop to each side. So definitely recommend this plant. Just make sure you give it a little bit of water, maybe every week and a half to 2 weeks. It does not need very much sun, and don't put these ones, the one I just showed you, in direct sunlight because that can definitely burn the leaves. So yeah, this one is doing great and I definitely recommend this one. Another one of my favourites and my first plants is a calathea. Now all calatheas do pretty well inside. This one is a zebrina or a zebra calathea. I'm sorry if I get any of these names wrong or I do pronounce them wrong. I've just forgot all these names over time. It has a gorgeous leaf pattern and it does pretty well inside. This is actually in one of the darkest spots in my room and it still survives pretty well, but just make sure you give it a bit of water. And at the moment the soil is a bit dry, which I do need to give this one a water, and it will droop when it needs watering, so that's when you kind of know you better give it a little bit of water. And I left it in its original pot, so it does have drainage. I just like place it on my sink, just let it run through. And yeah, this one's a great plant. I got it from Bunnings. It was like $8. It's so pretty. I do love the pattern on this leaf, and as you can see they've started to like crumble a little bit. That's because again it's winter and it just doesn't get very much sun. So yeah, just make sure you give this one a little bit of water, but again every 1 to 2 weeks, and definitely clean the leaves because mine are a bit dusty, so gotta make sure to do that one. And yeah, so when you are buying a plant, make sure you check the tag and says if it needs like full sun or half sun or unfiltered sun. It will tell you that, and if it does need direct full sunlight, I probably wouldn't recommend buying it for your room because rooms don't get direct full sunlight. So unless you have like a super bright room, then go for it, but I probably would not recommend it. Next plant I have is a spider plant, and this one's done pretty well in my room. It is a bit droopy right now just because the leaves are getting very long, so they've started to kind of snap a little bit. But again, make sure you give this one a little bit of a water. They will start to droop. But this one has done pretty well in my room. I got it from Bunnings, if I didn't mention that already, and I think it was $8 as well. And yeah, it's a really nice plant. I popped it in this cute little pot. It's just like concrete and white. And I've left it in its normal pot too, so it just drains into the bottom of this pot, and then I just tip the water out. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say, but I like this plant. Also, in between watering, make sure the soil dries out a little bit. The next plant that I have is a bird's nest fern, and this one grows very well inside. Again, it doesn't need that much sun, just a little bit of water every once in a while should do it good. I have a new leaf growing right here. It did start to wilt a little bit because I did forget to water it, and yeah, so I just gave it a little bit of water and it popped right back up. And yeah, this one's really cute. Again, I got it from IKEA. Definitely recommend them. IKEA has a lot of good house plants because IKEA is a homeware store, so they really wouldn't be selling plants that are meant to be outside. So yeah, really like this one, definitely recommend. If you're a beginner with plants, I probably would not recommend little succulents. I'll grab one here and I'll just show you. These ones tend to die extremely quickly if they do not have full sunlight. This one is wilting a little bit because, again, doesn't have full sunlight, and because it's winter, the sun doesn't really shine that much. Anyways, yeah, I probably would not recommend this one or any type of, I think they're called echeverias, something like that. But once you get a bit more better with plants, you'll probably be able to have some of these. But yeah, I've had many of these die on me, so I would not probably recommend these. Next, I have cactuses. Now, cactuses can survive pretty well in rooms, and they can also die fast. I've only ever had one cactus die on me, and that was my perfect cactus. I came back from a weekend at a friend's, and I didn't even realize, and it was dead, and I was like, are you kidding me? I loved this cactus. But anyway, this one I have right here. It is so cute. I love this one. I've put some white pebbles on the top of them. I don't know, it just like makes it look prettier. This one has done really well. Cactuses do not need like much water at all, and you're supposed to give them full sunlight, but I have not given this one full sunlight in the longest time, and it's doing pretty well. So in summer, I used to take my plants out once a week, and I'd put them all out the front or out the back, and the sun, just let them hit it for like half a day or so, then I bring them back inside because it's winter, not happening. It's very aesthetically pleasing, and I do enjoy it a lot. I have stabbed myself a few times with it, but this is on my bedside table, so probably not a great place to put a cactus because you do tend to reach over there a lot when you're in bed. But I like this one. I got it from Bunnings. The last two succulents I have, they are haworthias, I believe. These ones survive so well. They're kind of the ones that look a bit scaly. This is one certain type of haworthias. There's many types. This one has grown very well in my room. It doesn't need very much water. Oh, it's a little bit coming off. I don't know. This one doesn't need very much water at all because, again, it's more of like a desert plant, and it hasn't really needed that much light. I gave it a little bit of light yesterday when the sun was shining for the first time in ever. But yeah, I really like this one. It's really pretty. And then the next one I have is another type of haworthia, I believe. And this one looks like this. I've had this one for ages, and it's definitely grown a bit. Can you say it? But yeah, it works pretty well indoors. I'm like shrinking, I swear. Okay, so that is it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. These are just some of my favorite plants that I have found have survived over time, and I hope they survive for you. If you do purchase a few of these, I definitely recommend the happy plant. Again, it makes me happy. I love that plant. It's one of my favorites. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you have not already to get notified whenever I upload new videos on my channel. So I love you guys all so much, and I will see you all in my next video. Mwah. Bye guys!